Hi, this is an engineering sniper video with Teanir. This is an ancient Hypergates. So this is another one of these month-old videos on my computer. I've got lots of them, like 70. Usually I delete them, but with 3.0 coming up, I think it'd be nice to actually get some of them uploaded. So here, just moving out of the mortar volley. And then immediately switching to the healer.
The Republic has taken a Pylon.
Using target acquired for that extra burst. So the sort of rotation I use there is interrogation probe, plasma probe for the stun, explosive probe, then use target acquired and hit a series of shots, and that'll hit very hard. And you can also throw a shatter shot in there to do a bit more damage. So here, just trying to stay on the healer, but at the same time not wanting to overextend too much. So I just switched to this other healer here, applying the shatter shot for the healing debuff, which is 20% healing debuff. And then here the mercenary was taking damage from this guardian, so I thought I'd help out. The healer just line of sights me around this cube in the middle. And I don't want to overextend too much because they have got melee DPS, so I just move back here and focus with my team on the vanguard. I don't always use ambush, it can sometimes work, but it's a long cast time and is often deflected, so it's often better to just use sniper, especially if you have lace target up. Here, getting on the healer again, getting that 30-meter stun off with the interrogation probe, plasma probe. The healer does a decent job of moving behind the cube and then moving back, so I have to keep moving forward myself to stay in range.
Now, clear the
So here I use my roll offensively. The scatter bombs can actually hit quite hard now, even though only 2 of them hit one target. But it's only really worth doing that when you know you're not in any danger.
All forces, regroup and attack.
Usually it's best to use roll to reposition and roll away from your enemy. So I see the healer coming back in, and went to go and target him, but then got attacked by his shadow. So again, making use of that stun from plasma probe, and the shadow runs away. So we had some people on our team over at their Pylon at this point, which is why so few of them were at mid, which meant that we had a big advantage at mid and could just kill them fairly easily.
Republic forces have a Pylon.
But they did eventually get that Pylon. So just check the map here, because I was alone at mid, but I could see that I had teammates coming, so I just stayed put. As soon as the Guardian got to me, rolled away, and leg shotted him, got straight back on the healer. Making sure to interrupt anyone capping orbs, you don't want to let them have free points. So I missed my laser target there, but it didn't matter because he dodged it. Then using my thermal grenade there, because there was lots of them grouped up, and it's pretty decent AoE damage. It's instant, and it's fairly spammable. So whenever the other team's grouped up, just use your thermal grenade. I think I've got the right name for it there, but... So here I was kind of surprised that they didn't all attack mixels for them there, but that was quite good. So I just waited until I was white barred and then broke and used my roll. Would have been a mistake to break straight away because they could have just done me, or mes me. And just using my roll here to retreat. Getting on the healer, making sure to interrupt all those heals. I started to take quite a bit of damage here. So I don't think we had a healer in this game, at least I don't think we did, but we did have a Sork who was placing bubbles on us, which is really useful. It's not so easy to do that when you're playing Madness, because you run out of force fairly easily, but if you're playing telekinetics then it's a good idea to bubble other people. That saved me quite a bit of damage. I made a mistake here. You should always heal up in cover so that you can't get leapt to. So I don't get leapt to there, but then this other Guardian comes and it all kind of escalates from there and goes from bad to worse. So I use my dodge to dodge that Ravage, but I just take loads of damage and I couldn't roll away because of their roots, and I rolled twice, but I'd just taken way too much damage. So that one mistake of not healing up in cover pretty much cost me my life there, and I think I make this mistake of not getting into cover fast enough quite a few times in this match, but I'll talk about that when it gets to it. So here we managed to two-cap them, but they got our Pylon, which is what often happens. Everyone rushes to their Pylon when you two-cap them, and no one comes to actually defend your own Pylon. So here I noticed the Shadow healing up behind the pillar, so first priority is to get dots on him so that if he does vanish, he'll come straight back out of stealth. Get a nice crit there on my explosive probe. It goes down nice and quickly, but there's not enough time left in the round for us to cap. We're still quite far ahead though, so that was all good. So here, just putting my plasma probe down in the entrance. Now that it doesn't have a cooldown, you can just do that, put it in positions where you think the enemy is going to come when you're not actually in combat. So here, as I expected, because we're ahead, they needed to stop us from capping our Pylon, so a couple of them came. So this is another place where I didn't get into cover quickly enough. I went for leg shot instead of getting into cover. Whereas even if we both hit our ability at the same time, my leg shot and his leap, leg shot takes time to travel to him, so he's going to leap to me, so it's more important to get into cover and then fire leg shot than the other way around. Team rightly all comes back to our Pylon because all we need to do is cap it and we've won. So I just flashbang this operative. Then I was going to go for the orbital strike and then stun him with my plasma probe, and I had my target quite up for my full burst rotation and was going to try and global him, but the Guardian messed it up by breaking my my flashbang, unfortunately. So we didn't need both Pylons at this point. We could have gone over and tried to hold both of them, but to win all we needed to do was hold our own. so I make the slightly more boring decision of going back to our pylon, but luckily there's a Vanguard there to attack. So he dodges my shatter shot, so I just go for a leg shot to keep him in range, then just carry on with my usual rotation, stunning him with the plasma probe into the explosive probe and a series of shots, then rolling away as soon as he gets close. I miss my laser target once again there, but yeah, didn't need to use my stun, but that was only one of him, so I was just messing around. So I was going to go back to mid just to have a bit more fun before the wasn't ended, but there were like 3 Guardians there and 1 of me, so decided that wasn't the best idea. And then once again I go for leg shot. It doesn't work. You need to get into cover straight away as soon as you see someone who can leap. That's way more important than hitting leg shot. You can do that afterwards. Here, once he uses reflect, it's a good time to use your gonna forget the name here, but it's either vital shot or vital dart, because it takes a few seconds for the dot to start ticking and it's not direct damage, so it's a good time to put your dot on him. And yeah, that's the end of the game. So we didn't have a healer in this match. It's one of those cases where just our damage was too much for the other team. If you ever look at the leaderboard here, once I sort it, the top, is that 6 people, the top 6 people that did the most damage were on our team. Their healer didn't do too bad, he did nearly a million heals, but our damage was just too much. So don't despair if your team doesn't have a healer. If your DPS are good enough, you can still win. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up, and I hope to get another video out to you over the weekend.